I know what you guys are thinking by the title. Have we not done a bunch of videos on a water taxi of some sort? And the answer is yes. But we're back today for the fourth, by my count, fourth attempt at a water taxi service between Miami Beach and Miami. This time with a new operator. So fingers crossed, I'll share details throughout the video on this new operator and its extensive history compared to its predecessor. Let's take you back through history. If you've been around this channel long enough, you probably remember some of these videos that I created with the former operator, Poseidon Ferry, which is now defunct. They had a host of financial issues, and while they were in service, they had a lot of mechanical failures, which really led to its previous attempt being cut short during its pilot program. But here we go. November 2020, service lasted 6 months with Poseidon Ferry and ended due to low ridership. 2021 resumed with COVID funds and died at the end of 2022. June 30th, 2024, it was under a pilot program with the city of Miami Beach using public funds. They were getting, I believe, $40,000 a month. During that, I was the only person on board, not including crew, obviously. And that program ended early due to mechanical failures and low ridership. So that the program actually lasted just 21 days before it was suspended and terminated ultimately in September 2024. Check these numbers out. So throughout this short duration, it had 682 scheduled trips. 133 of those were canceled. 139 had 0 riders, even though employees, Miami Beach residents, and children under 12 rode for free. Remember, Poseidon Ferry was running the first, second, and third attempt, and now we're back for a fourth with a completely new operator. We're going to take our first ride into Miami and see how the experience is on the new vessels as well. So here is our first look at the Miami Beach water taxi, which, as you guys can see on the side of it, will be completely free to all, not just Miami Beach residents, but every person that steps foot on the boat will be free of charge, at least for the time being.
This is a historic day for Miami Beach. We are going to remember today as changing transportation in Miami Beach. I'm so proud, I'm so moved, I literally have chills seeing that water taxi standing behind me.
Okay, so they are officially going by schedule, so 8:30 is when they'll depart to the city of Miami. Right now we're just going to be able to kind of look around. And this is actually where you will not get on board during regular service. That will be at the dock over there.
Can you get everyone to sit?
I mean, this is just transformational. We're using our most valued asset, our waterways, to connect Miami Beach to the mainland. A real commuter service that is free and that's going to be reliable for even students who are taking this morning to get to Miami-Dade College, people who are going to be going to the Omni station over on the other side. This is going to be transformational, and it's real commuter service that people can rely on for free, and that's a big difference. It's free, it's easy to get on, and it's quick to Miami.
All right, so the official ride starts at 8:30. We just kind of went from one dock to the other. This is a media event. 8:30 will be the official start of commuter service to Miami. It's supposed to take like 20 minutes, so we're going to stick around and wait for that service just to see how much people are going to be on board for that first ferry ride. And then we're going to have to check out periodically to see if ridership is there this time around. This does have capacity for 55 passengers. They've got 2 boats that are going to be used during service. So during peak, I believe they're using all 2 of them. And off peak, which would be in the morning through the early afternoon, it would be just 1 vessel. But this is pretty good. I mean, you can seat people in the middle, you can seat people on the edges, and they do have a restroom over here, which the old water taxi did have as well. But it's good to see a small vessel like this still incorporate a restroom. So here's a good view of it. If you've seen my water taxi of Fort Lauderdale video, you know this is the exact same boats that they use over there. It's the same company. They just created Water Taxi of Miami Beach LLC, which is running the operations down here. So here's the current route. We're already at Maurice Gibb Memorial Park on the Miami Beach side. Just go across to downtown to the Venetian Marina. There are plans for an expansion going north to North Beach, but for now, got to see if the funding and ridership is there. This is the schedule for the water taxi connecting Miami Beach with Miami. Only weekday service, Monday through Friday. This is a commuter-focused water taxi, so they've got 60-minute headways in the mornings and afternoons, and in the evenings it drops to 30 minutes, which is their peak service. No weekend service during initial launch, and here is the timetable. You guys can pause the video or take a screenshot if you want to know more about it, but I will have all the links and stuff in the description. Perks of coming to events: free food.
Parting now! All aboard!
All right, we are getting on the water taxi. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome aboard.
So this is the first scheduled departure, 8:30 in the morning to Miami. It should take about 20 minutes. I'm gonna time it. They do allow bicycles and scooters at the captain's discretion, which I imagine depending on capacity. So this bicyclist was able to get theirs on board towards the back, right next to the restroom, which I guess kind of blocks the door a little bit, but it is the first ride. I don't think it's that busy. It is 8:30 and we are moving 20 minutes. Let's see. So we got the Miami Beach police boat with media on board trailing us. This is like complete deja vu. I feel like I've been on this water taxi so many times. Not this specific one. We've done it in Fort Lauderdale, but in general with Poseidon Ferry running things for a couple of years. I don't know. Are things going to be different? So in terms of ridership, I don't think it's a bit fair because there was a media event like 30 minutes ago. So attendees kind of just got on the first vessel, including elected official and media. So it's not really fair to judge whether this is good ridership. It is also the first, so we're gonna again have to come back and assess how things are going. But just as I recall, it is a very relaxing and smooth ride on the bay going across to Miami. By the way, they are authorized to sell alcoholic beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, I imagine snacks too, but it must be sold and consumed on the 20-minute ride. You can't take it off the boat. The city also has exclusive pouring rights with Pepsi and Red Bull. So since this is basically funded by the city, they are only allowed to sell what the city has exclusive rights to, which is Pepsi and Red Bull, as I mentioned. So don't expect anything else like Coke products or anything like that. So I just scanned the QR code. As I mentioned, this was operated by Water Taxi of Fort Lauderdale, so it is pretty outdated. It has Coke products. This menu, I'm assuming, is not valid right now. There's nobody here serving anything. So this might have to be updated, especially when I mentioned the city has exclusive pouring rights with Pepsi. So showing Coke products, I don't know. All right, we're coming up on 9 minutes. So we should be at about the halfway mark. We're now pulling up to the Venetian Marina. We're gonna be docked to the north end is what the worker here said. I would say the timing was pretty spot on. We're just closing in on 20 minutes. And we're approaching the dock right now.
You are the first passengers on the new Miami Beach water taxi. Woo!
We're gonna have to get Commissioner Alex Fernandez's initial thoughts. Okay, 21, almost 22 minutes. I won't knock him for that extra almost 2 minutes. We're officially here. All right, Commissioner, what are your initial thoughts?
I mean, could there be anything more Miami than this? If you gave me the options of taking the trolley, the bus, a city bike, or a water taxi, I'll go with the water taxi. It's breezy, you have beautiful views, it's relaxing, and it's reliable and free. So now from here, we're gonna walk over to the Omni stations, check out how long is it gonna take us to jump on the Metro Mover over there. I mean, just think about this. How amazing is it to take a water taxi to a Miami Heat game, to a night out at the Adrian Arch, if you want to go to Casadona, or just simply get to work and jump on the Metro Mover to get to wherever it is that you need to go. This is the most Miami Beach type of public transportation that commuters could ever experience.
All right, so the next boat was going back pretty soon, so I didn't go wander around, but I did in a previous video, because it's the same exact dock as the last one with Poseidon Ferry. Heading back in style. I mean, the weather is just perfect for this launching. Stepping foot back on Miami Beach.
You got your own boat right here.
Thank you. Okay, we are back where we started here in Miami Beach. We got to ride the first ever ride. There was a commissioner on board, Alex Fernandez. He's very optimistic about it, as is the mayor, Stephen Miner. I'm gonna see right now really quick if there's any signage on the Miami Beach side pointing towards this, because folks will have to walk through here to get to the dock. So if people are walking on the sidewalk, they're not gonna really see the signage saying there's a water taxi. They're just gonna keep walking by. So let's see if it's being well promoted on the Miami Beach side. All right, so this is one of the signages here on Miami Beach. This is at the Morris Gibb Memorial Park. So folks can follow the arrows right through here. There's another one right there as well. So you literally just follow it, and then the water taxi is all the way down there. So pretty simple. They did mention, obviously at the captain's discretion, meaning if capacity allows, you can take a bicycle on. We saw a bicycle on board, and you can take a scooter on. Again, given if there's enough space, because there's really no bike racks or anything like that. So you kind of just have to stash it like in the corner of the boat. There are 2 boats. I don't know if the other one's any different. It's probably the same exact one. 55 passenger capacity. And again, if there's space, you can bring a bike or scooter. We just finished riding the first water taxi of Miami Beach. Services have resumed. It is 100% free. It is from Monday through Friday, no weekend service at all. 60-minute headways until 4:30 in the afternoon. Then it becomes 30-minute headways for peak until I think 7:30 in the evening. And then that's it for the service. Unfortunately, no weekend service. This is viewed as a commuter service. It's not a touristy boat ride. You're not going to get the people on the boat telling you about the celebrity homes that are on the islands. You will pass by those islands, but they're not going to mention anything. I'm very cautiously optimistic regarding this. It's a new operator. They've got a big reputation, years and decades of history in Fort Lauderdale. Now they're down here doing a big job running things from Miami Beach to Miami. It's no easy task. Again, this has failed before because people do not ride these water taxis. They prefer their cars or Uber or Lyft, maybe even biking. I mean, the Venetian Causeway is very nice to bike, so a lot of folks just love doing that, or jogging, running, walking. It's a very scenic path. So they are authorized to sell things on board. On my trip, there was really nothing being sold. It was just get on and wait till you're on the other side. Same thing coming back. There you have it. Water Taxi of Miami Beach is back under new operator. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you're local. I'm very curious how locals feel about this. I'm always going to support things that are an alternative to driving. I don't like driving, especially here with all the traffic and congestion. If I can leave my car somewhere, like a parking garage, there is parking here, by the way, a city garage nearby, which is where I left my car. And then you can park somewhere, leave your car behind, get on the water taxi, especially during the busiest time of year where the causeways get congested. You can take it from one side to the other, on the other side of the bay in Miami, or vice versa. So it's something that I really support. Hopefully they run things well. Signage has to be a big thing. Maybe even posting some kind of billboard or signage on the causeway so people stuck in traffic can learn that their next trip doesn't have to be like this. They can take a water taxi and there's really no traffic on the waterways. So signing off from Miami Beach. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a pretty early rise for me, 7 a.m. for this press conference and first ride, but I did have a good time. So thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe, hit the bell button. You'll be notified each time I upload a new video. And now signing off from beautiful Miami Beach. Look at these boats. Look at that. All right, I will catch you guys in the next one.